Hey, what's up YouTube? James Polk here, and I just saw the ban list as of yesterday about the bad news of the Shadows, which of course, like, while I was in the middle of building my Shadows, I just saw that Construct now banned and El Shadow Fusion is now at 1. I'm extremely devastated, and I am willing to play Shadow even though that there will be no construct in my extra deck. But without all of that further aside, though, I'm actually going to do the deck profile based off from the last deck I played, which was Geargia. And without further ado, let's jump to it. Two Geargiagers, first turn, rank 4 Gear X play. Then two attackers, those are your beat sticks as of 1900 attack. Then two arsenals. I mean, like, at one point of the game, like, if you open up at least like one of these and just like, if you open up terrible and if you open up an arsenal, it's fine that you can actually go into armor and just set up some rank 4 plays or just search something out. Two accelerators, one of my best cards of the searchers out in the game, though. And speaking of searchers, two armor just to search them out. Then two of those MK3s. Three of those MK2s. And three of those Geargianos. I mean, the fact that Geargiagear is back at 3, I feel like these little gears have more potential now. So, and then for the rest of the monsters, it is my secret tech, Dust Knight. And last but not least, Grand Soil, the Elemental Lord. In case you guys don't know what this card even does, is that if I have exactly 5 earth monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon this card from my hand, and when he does, he is the monster reborn of Elemental Lords. If Grand Soil leaves the field, no matter how, going back to the hand, the deck, or banished or whatever like that, even the graveyard itself, then I lose my battle phase. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, which are my 1-ups, Book of Moon, Foolish Burial, Limiter Removal. Those are for the 1s. And for the semi-limited, which of course it's at 2, but only play 1, Dark Hole. Double rank up Magic Astral Force. You target the 1XZ monster you control of that has the highest rank. If it's tied, I get to choose. Then special summon or XZ summon one XYZ monster that has the same type and attribute within 2 ranks higher. So basically, going off a little something off of my extra deck there. Say like you already have the Fairy King Alverditch, turn him into Fairy Knight Gunner by Astral Force. That's how the deck works out. So, double Astral Force, 1 Soul Release, 1 Creature Swap, 1 Forbidden Lance, 2 MST. I feel like why the 2 MST is that while Clifford Scout is still on the pendulum zone, either one, I could just have them change space just so I can like get rid of Scout. Oh, and the thing is about Scout is that now that Scout is at 1, they're probably gonna use that other pendulum monolith just to like tribute, draw cards and such. And then that 1 machine assembly line. For the traps, it is Bottomless, Solemn Warning, Torrential Tributes, Dimensional Prison, Geargiagear. Now that Geargiagear is out of the ban list, I mean, it did not even jump to 2. It just went straight to 3. Because at one point of this game, since Geargiagear was hit to 1, I feel like Geargiagear still got a lot of potential. Now, it didn't just... If I would go back and just like go over a little some plays with those little gear guys. So, the Gears, any of those little gears I got, let me just go ahead and bring them all back. And all of those guys are level 4s. And if you somehow manage to grab those accelerators off from like Geargia Armor just to like search them out though, you could just like keep on doing the rank 4 spams. You could just go like these two, any of the 2 Geargianos out there, no matter which one, all of those guys are level 4s. And then you just keep on special summoning the accelerators, or if you have any Geargia level 4s of what's left of it though, you could just basically go have one accelerator down. You just the MK2 and accelerator, go to Gear X, detach the accelerator, recover the accelerator, special accelerator, and then just you keep on rank 4 spamming. Just detach, keep on recover, target the accelerator from graveyard, recover, keep on special summoning it, and then you just keep on overlaying into rank 4 spam. So it's basically pretty much busted. So that's Geargiagear that we left on. So yeah, again, Geargiagear. And yet this card is going back to 3 because I'm going to have to start taking out some cards out now. Magic Cylinder, Mirror Force, because it's a good card. And then Trap Stun. And that's it for the main deck. And as of extra deck, 1 Karen Gorgon, Anti-Luminescent Knight, Fairy Knight and Gunner, Tiras, Keeper Genesis, Chaos number 102, Archfiend Seraph, and Crimson Knight Vampire Bram for the rank up. And this card, Fairy Knight and Gunner, this card actually helps me win games so much. I mean, like, if they don't find a way to stop the summon off from In Gunner, then it's basically pretty much a game. The Bram, you detach an XZ material, target 1 monster that is in your opponent's graveyard, special summoning to my side of the field. If this happens, only that monster can attack throughout the entire turn. And afterwards, during the standby phase, if Bram in my possession was destroyed by an opponent's card by battle or card effect, while Bram's in my graveyard, Bram keeps on coming back from my side of the field. From my graveyard to my side of the field in defense mode. The Archfiend Seraph. If this guy is getting ready to be destroyed, detach 2 XYZ materials instead. When the last material gets hit, your opponent loses 1500 life points, which is pretty sweet though. And then if I had the original 102 Star Seraph Sentry though, in that case just target 1, or not target, detach 1, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change that attack to 0, and if this happens, I face or negate it. Tiras, it's too self-explanatory on this guy. Fairy Knight and Gunner. Once I activate in Gunner's effect, your opponent cannot chain anything in response to it. In that case, detach 2 materials at the same time. Everything that is on the field, except for in Gunner, it goes back to the hand. Soul of Silver Mountain, because of the little Geargiano guys. Triple Gear Giganix. Too obviously. One engineer, just because I can rank him up into Tyrus or Chaos 1 or 2 Archfiend Seraph. And if I'm doing terrible in a duel right now while I got the engineer out, I could just have him stall out for like at least 2 turns until I can find a good card for me to use for tactics. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc, just because you get to steal their monsters. Ghost Trick Alucard. He's a pretty good rank 3, but you can also have Astral Force turning into Crimson Eye Vampire Bram. Fairy King Alvredich to level 4 Earth, which of course all of my level 4 Geargia guys and Dust Knight. You can have Astral Force and turn it into Fairy Knight and Gunner. And then the 2 Geargiagear Gigan XG. And the XG is like pretty much almost the same effect as Gear X. When it leaves the field, no matter how, target one other Geargia card that is in my graveyard, put it back to my hand. And then the side deck, which is pretty interesting. 2 DD Crows, Surprise Hand Trap. 2 Flying Sea. And 1 E-Virus, just in case of if I see any machine types playing. 2nd Soul Release, Nobleman of Crossout. I expected to see Shadows at my locals, but I did not see any throughout the past week. 2 enemy controllers. A 3rd MST. Pendulum Shift. Eradicator Epidermic Virus because of the Bram. Just in case if Bram gets killed, I can just have that Eradicator activated, and I got 1 shot to call out the certain kinds of cards that they actually play off from. Fairy Wind, just to blow up the pendulum scales and other face-up spell traps on the field. And I don't mind taking the damage either. 1 Typhoon. And Abyss Dweller. Because why Dweller did I actually cite it out? Again, I expected to see Shadows or Burning Abyss. Never happened. And without further ado, this is James Polk giving you the Geargia Rank-Up deck profile. Signing out.